Today, we're going to dive into a really critical topic for the future of hospitality. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is completely revolutionizing one of your biggest operational challenges, and that's energy management. Hello, and a very warm welcome to all the students from Europe Hotel School joining us. It's fantastic to have you here. We're about to explore some really fascinating developments in hotel operations, and I'm honestly excited to guide you through how AI is shaping the future of our industry. All right, let's get right into it. First up, we're going to pull back the curtain on a massive, and often invisible, drain on a hotel's resources.
Now, just let that sink in for a moment. Right after you pay your staff, the single biggest cost you will have to manage in a hotel property is energy. It's this constant, significant expense that eats directly into your bottom line.
But here's the thing that's really shocking, and what this slide gets at. Where does all that cost come from? Well, it's not just about keeping the lights on in the lobby. A huge chunk of it is just pure waste. We've all seen it, right? A guest checks out for the day to go sightseeing, but leaves the air conditioning blasting in a totally empty room. That waste adds up, and believe me, it adds up incredibly fast. So you might be thinking, if this problem is so big, why haven't we fixed it already? Well, the truth is, the industry has definitely tried, but those early attempts, let's just say they were pretty easy to outsmart. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You know the old system, the keycard slot on the wall. The idea was simple enough. No card, no power. But the reality? Well, guests figured out almost immediately that any card would work. A business card, a gym card, a credit card, you name it. They just stick something in there to keep the AC on 24/7. And just like that, the system was defeated, and the energy waste continued. Okay, so that brings us to the modern solution. And this isn't about just another trick to cut the power. It's about creating a genuinely intelligent environment that actually works for both the hotel and the guest. So the magic word here is true occupancy. This is where AI completely changes the game. Instead of relying on a dumb switch in the wall, these new systems use advanced motion and even thermal sensors. The AI doesn't care if a card is in a slot. It knows for a fact if a human being is actually in the room. And this is where the system's intelligence really shines. It's not about just shutting everything off and making the guest uncomfortable. The AI uses something called recovery time logic. As soon as it detects the guest has left, it lets the temperature drift into an energy-saving range. But, and this is the brilliant part, it's also calculating precisely how long it will take to get that room back to the guest's favorite temperature. Then it kicks back on just in time so the guest never, ever walks back into a room that's too hot or too cold. It's the perfect balance of savings and great service. So now that we see how it works, let's talk about the incredible impact this kind of technology can have on the business itself. Because this is about so much more than just a smart thermostat. Let's start with the headline number. We're talking about a potential reduction in guest room energy costs of up to 30%. 30%! For a big hotel, that number can easily translate into tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings every single year. This chart right here shows you exactly what that looks like in practice. The difference between running a traditional, inefficient room versus an AI-managed smart room is just dramatic. You're literally taking money that was being wasted and putting it straight back into your profit column. This really creates what I call a triple win for any modern hotel. First, you've got profit. You're slashing a huge operating expense. Second, the planet. This becomes a powerful part of your environmental and sustainability strategy. And third, people. This is exactly what today's travelers and big corporate clients are looking for. They want to do business with companies that are environmentally responsible. And you know what the best part is? The system gives you the proof. You get these detailed, verifiable reports showing exactly how much energy you've saved and how much you've cut your carbon footprint. That data is absolute gold for your marketing, for your annual reports, and for any conversations you have with stakeholders. This all brings us to our final, and maybe our most important point. Adopting this kind of tech isn't just another upgrade. It's a fundamental strategy for your future. At the end of the day, here's the key takeaway. Putting in smart energy management isn't just a short-term way to save a few bucks. In a world with constantly rising energy prices and more environmental regulations, this is about future-proofing your business. It's about building an operation that is financially resilient and is seen as a responsible leader in the industry. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about as you continue on your journey. As the next generation of leaders in hospitality, how are you going to innovate for a smarter, more sustainable future? Thank you.